It's Dave Nimick with Keller Williams, bringing you the November 2021 market update for the city of Chicago. So this includes the city as a whole, as well as many of its most popular neighborhoods. And some of the things that we will be reviewing are everything listed here, plus some kind of estimates and what my predictions are for the coming year. And just a little disclaimer here that each home's value will vary depending on several different factors, and that these are numbers run through October of this year, and they're coming directly from the MLS. So let's get started and take a look. Here's how single-family homes for the city are looking. So October was not necessarily the best month overall here, at least for supply and demand. Prices did go up versus last October, however, and market time was lower. Now, year-to-date numbers are all looking pretty strong. So demand has been up about 10%. Prices, now this is the biggest plus. Prices are up almost 20%, which is awesome for an entire city in 1 year. That's showing how strong it is. I've never seen any numbers like that. Market time is down by a full third versus the previous year, which is great. And sales to list ratio is up. So the October numbers, while not outstanding, are not worrying me too much, but the year-to-date numbers for the city for single-family homes have been awesome. Condos, while not to the same level, certainly have still been, for the most part, very good. It was kind of up and down for the month of October as a whole or in general, but demand for condos throughout the city has been up 43.5%, which is great. Prices are up 7%. So not as high, about a third as much as single-family homes, but still it's up. Now, some areas and neighborhoods throughout the city are certainly seeing some of the higher numbers and some not so much, but that's been great. Market time, surprisingly, year-to-date is up a little bit. I was surprised by that for condos. But nonetheless, the most important numbers, demand and prices, are still up for condos as well. So taking a look at Lincoln Park, single-family homes, these numbers, October, not great. Prices are actually down, but it's still just a snapshot for that month. The numbers year-to-date have all been very, very strong. Prices are up over 15%. Demand is up 60%. That is real solid. Market time is down by about 25%. So everything has been really solid. Sale to list ratio has been up. So really no complaints year to date, with a little bumpiness for just the past month. Then condos, looking at this, some of this market time is a little bit longer for ones that sold in October. Other than that, the numbers are still strong throughout for year to date. Demand is up a little over 50%. Prices are still up, not as much as single families, but all the other numbers are looking very positive. So Lincoln Park having a very good year so far. So Lakeview single family homes have been doing well, not great, not horrible. Prices are up, but barely anything, less than 1%. Demand has really been very positive, so there's been a lot more sales, which is good. So things have been moving, and the market time is down by more than half. So it's a bit of a surprise that the prices have not jumped substantially, but for the most part, they have stayed pretty flat. The condos and single family homes, this actually, the prices have been negative, and this has been kind of each month I've been watching this, and they've kind of were negative, then they got back to even as far as values, and then they've started to fall back a little bit. So they're down a little bit, even though demand is also up for condos by over 40%. Market time is down, sale to list ratio is up. but condos not faring as well. It's still near the flat line for condos, but the values, which is certainly probably the most important, have been down a little bit versus last year. So MLS area 8022. So this is Bucktown, Logan Square, and the surrounding areas there. Single family homes, the demand has been up over 20%, and prices are up pretty substantially. Demand took a bite in October, fell a bit. Prices jumped, however, so it was kind of a seesaw effect for the month. Overall, though, year to date, single family homes have been seeing some real positive movement. And condos, while not seeing the same advances with prices, are still seeing a huge drop in or jump in demand and in price, up 4%. So the numbers across the board in all categories for condos are up to varying levels. So all in all, this area, both single-family homes and condos, has seen a solid year in numbers. MLS area 8024, which is, as always, the most circuitous of all the areas. It includes River West, Noble Square, Ukrainian Village, Westtown, and Wicker Park. So single-family homes have had, across the board, year-to-date, quite a solid year. Prices are up 5.5%, so not knocking it out of the park, but definitely seeing some positive movement there. Market time is down substantially, and demand is up almost 50%. So that's been great. Condos are kind of at the flat line here, so they're down just a little bit. You know, just shy of 1%, but pretty much at the flat line. Demand has been up, so that is a plus, and the rest of the numbers are pretty much around the flat line. So the condos and townhomes are just kind of treading water versus last year. Hopefully they can finish strong, but single family homes have had a good overall year. MLS area 8005. This includes Roscoe Village, St. Ben's, and North Center. So single family homes have actually seen a little slight increase. Nothing dramatic, though. It's about 2.5%. Demand has been up, as it has throughout much of the city, which is good. Market time has been down substantially. So a lot of positive numbers, although I'm surprised that the values haven't jumped more than they have. And as far as condos, actually, these numbers, which is rare, usually single family homes are leading the charge. But condos actually have seen more appreciation than single family homes. Demand is also up. These essentially you're seeing kind of green all across the board. So everything's been positive for condos. So nothing to complain about with Roscoe Village, but condos actually having a bit of a better year than single family homes in some of the more important categories. Lincoln Square has kind of been the tale of two different neighborhoods, admittedly. Single family homes are really seeing a very positive year. Prices are up 22%, so that's on par with the city. Demand is up 35%. Market time is down. So across the board, all of these things that you're seeing here have been positive. However, with condos, not quite the same story. So prices are down almost 7%, which is unfortunate. Demand, a lot of the other numbers for condos are still in pretty positive territory. However, the prices are down, which has kind of been a lingering scenario throughout the year. But this is probably, Lincoln Square is probably the neighborhood that sees the biggest discrepancy between how the single family homes are doing and the condos are doing. MLS area 8028. This includes the West Loop, University Village, that whole area, Little Italy. So prices and demand are both up pretty substantially. You can see prices are up 12%. Demand is up more than many different areas. It's up about 60%. That is awesome. Supply actually there's been more listings this year thus far through October than last year. And the market time actually has been a little bit longer, which has not been the case in many neighborhoods. Sale to list ratio is about the same. So the two most important areas, which would be demand and prices, have seen real positive gains for this area. MLS area 8008, so Old Town, Gold Coast, River North, and Streeterville. These are condos, the numbers for condos in the area. So let's start with the positive. This area, unfortunately, has kind of been the hard luck story for Chicago real estate. Now, the positive is demand has been up substantially, so over 50% increase, which is great. The rest of the numbers, unfortunately, are down. Prices are down. So it's pretty much flatline for that sales to list ratio. But the other numbers have kind of been going in the wrong direction for the most part. So it's it's pretty much running flat, but we would have hoped that it would have been doing a little bit better. Nonetheless, that's the story thus far year to date for this area. So that puts a cap on the Chicago market update for November 2021. If you do have any questions, or if you'd like to know more specifically about what your home is worth, please feel free to email me at dave@thenimicteam.com. Thanks.